News 18. Shifting our focus to more coming in from the Parliament, we're learning that Lok Sabha stands adjourned. Quickly putting out that breaking news update on your screens. Do remember the Prime Minister was also in Lok Sabha, and the House so far has been adjourned. 2-minute final sitting in Lok Sabha. House adjourned. Going across to Pallavi Ghosh, who joins us with more details. All right, before that, Payal Mehta is with us on the broadcast. Payal, what more details do we have?
Well, the Parliament has been adjourned sine die. That means the winter session has come to an end as well. The government will take a lot of pride in the fact that crucial legislation has passed, and all the arguments that the opposition wanted to put forward as far as electoral reforms or, the SI debate was really concerned has been also done as well. So that is something which is being waited to see. Now the Prime Minister will in fact be heading to Rajya Sabha, because in a short while from Rajya Sabha will also be declared adjourned sine die as well. A lot of thought being put into it, but unfortunately for us, the pollution debate could not really take place. Both sides, Prithvi, have been blaming each other. Each one has been saying that we didn't allow that to happen. So we'll have to just wait and see, because there has to be a customary chai party which will happen now at the Lok Sabha Speaker's chamber. Normally, all the leaders do go there, but Rahul Gandhi, who's the leader of the opposition, is currently not in the country. And we'll have to just wait and see, because the last time around, all the opposition parties had actually boycotted the Speaker's tea party. We'll just see what comes out of that meeting. We'll be able to tell our viewers in a bit from now.
Yeah, and Rajya Sabha also set to adjourn sine die very shortly. Thank you for that. Payal, going across to Pallavi Ghosh for more. Pallavi, we've all been discussing, in fact, much hope really was pinned on what comes of the Parliament during the winter session, on the air pollution struggle for the citizens of the national capital, and unfortunately it was all restricted to mere blame game.
Absolutely, Christine. In fact, we had reported this yesterday also, that there's going to be no pollution debate. The government, of course, is saying that there's no intent which has come in from the opposition parties, because there was no need to fling those papers, which means there's no decorum or maryada which was maintained. And if there's no sense of order, then there's no question of having that kind of a discussion. So there's no pollution discussion. It's a short session of Parliament. It's just ended without the people's issue being raised. The short session has been mired in lots of politics over whether it is Vande Mataram, whether it's on electoral reforms, the vape controversy, and now, of course, the latest being the Ram bill. We are seeing protests which took place since late last night. From midnight to noon is the protest coming in from the TMC. So that is the kind of takeaway which we get from the winter session of Parliament.
Among the several other takeaways, of course, not much could come in as far as a healthy discussion, debate, possibly some solution on the pollution struggle is concerned. But going across to Payal Mehta on that note once again, of the several key highlights this winter session of the Parliament, Payal, what stole the show for you, and what do you think the government intended to do and clearly has been able to through the session?
Look, everybody thought that the government was running away from the SIR debate, did not want to speak on electoral reform, but they got that out of the window. Given the fact that it was actually appeared to be like a platform which was given to Union Minister Amit Shah, who actually completely, blew the opposition's argument away. That was, of course, a very important point. And the fact that several appropriation bills, etc., were to be passed, so the government was able to get that through as well. So, of course, there was some sort of an understanding which was struck between the opposition and the government. And the government made it very, very clear that they wanted the bill discussion to really happen. Now, yesterday, what we saw was most unfortunate, when the discussion on the bill, which was taking place on the Ram bill, you saw opposition leaders, trying to climb onto the tables, trying to, in fact, tear papers and throw at the chair as well, after which the House stood adjourned. But the Speaker, the day before that, Kitchwin had already given his go-ahead for a discussion under Rule 193 on the pollution situation. And that notice came in not just from Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, who's from the opposition, but also from Masuri Swaraj, who happens to represent the Treasury benches. So, unfortunately, that discussion could not really take place, although many political parties felt that that was one of the most pressing discussions. But like I said, that the government of the day wanted certain legislation to be passed, and they've been able to get it passed. But why that did not happen? That is there for everybody to really see why pollution was not given a center stage. Like Pallavi was just mentioning, people's issues should have been given a priority.
And speaking of the Ram bill, Payal, thank you for that quick update. Pallavi, speaking of this bill, there are several voices coming in from within the opposition, all of whom continue to maintain that we were not given enough adequate time to contest this bill. Is that the sentiment we see pan India bloc?
Well, more or less, yes. I mean, yesterday also we heard a large number of opposition Rajya Sabha MPs complaining about the fact that we had raised this issue inside the Business Advisory Council meeting also. What we wanted is to go through the bill in detail, but they're also saying that the bill should have been referred either to a standing committee or a JPC. But instead of doing that, what they did was that passed the bill in Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. It was done in a dictatorial manner. Christine, that's exactly what the protest is about as far as the opposition parties go. Whether it's the Trinamool Congress, whether it's the Congress party, the challenge for them will now have to keep that momentum going and the protest pan India and sustain it. TMC will want to do it because they are Bengal elections and they've always accused the BJP and the central government of taking away their funds or not giving them enough. According to them, the G Ramji bill reduces the funds. It makes it center heavy in terms of control, and but most of the fund allocation will come in from the state government. This is what the Trinamool Congress is saying. However, the government makes it very clear that the bill is people's friendly, wage earner friendly, increase from 100 days to 125 days. There was a lot of corruption which was taking place under the umbrella of the Manrega bill, which was earlier, and we had to plug that loophole, is what the government is saying, why the need for a G Ramji bill arose.
Many thanks, Payal and Pallavi, for joining us with all those details. Something we've been tracking very closely. Unfortunately, for the citizens of the national capital, we did not see a healthy discussion, debate, or a possible solution